Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, and this kid is being groomed to be some kind of Jesus Trump supporter. The topic of the stream, the inspiration for the nation, is Brilyn Hollyhand is a fucking bitch and a loser, and his parents are brother and sister. Just putting it out there. Brilyn Hollyhand, and how much of a little bitch, dweeb, inbred transvestite he is. He looks, well, actually, let me just pull up a picture for you. You wanted to see the man? I'll let you see it. This fucking dweeb. He's kind of like Tucker Carlson when you really think about it, because he talks about American problems as if he's ever faced them, but, well, look at here. He's 19 years old. Nobody knows who he is. He lied about having representation with the Daily Wire. He lied and said they were putting him on tour like he's some big hit piece. Here he is sitting in a private jet. So either he's backed by some pretty rich people, which nobody knows of him. He ain't backed by rich people besides his parents. He's backed by his parents. And that's what put him on the private jet. Also, if you want to see this dweeb, tell me he's not trying to be like Mega's new Charlie Kirk. Self-proclaimed, too. Like, look at this inbred from the Midwest fucking cockfuckery fucking queer. This is how you know liberals, not liberals, but losers groom. Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, and this kid is being groomed to be some kind of Jesus Trump supporter. This kid supports the Jews. Honestly, he's such a fucking tool. I can probably, with no research on him, I can probably tell you what he supports just by looking at him and look at the people who he wants to be. He supports Israel. He won't speak about black people because he's scared. He supports Trump. He pretends like he's a Catholic. He's not. He's an undercover Jew. He does shows at retirement homes. What else? What else would I assume about this guy? Oh, his parents are loaded. He's never had to go through any hardship, which is kind of why none of the shit he says is valid. Andrew Tate touched on this when he was getting really big. He was getting really, really big, and he said men need hardship. Look at Nick Fuentes. People listen to him. People listen to him very well. He got canceled since his freshman year at Boston University. He's been through plenty of hardship. Someone tried to kill him at his own house, and every single day people show up at his house threatening him. He's been through some hardship. Trump, bankruptcy, failed business deals, revived business deals, turned everything around. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. If you want to say Trump's been through no hardships, you're quite stupid, and you're illiterate, and you're uneducated, and you don't like America. Charlie Kirk, well, he went through the hardest of hardships. Being assassinated. Everybody important has been through hardships. What the fuck has he been through? He hasn't even been through fucking public school. You know, look at this fucker. He was homeschooled. I can see it. Google, can we fix our photo quality? Like, seriously. A prodigy in politics. You see, what pisses me off here is nobody fucking cares about what he has to say. Nobody even knew enough to care about him until last week when he saw, oh, Charlie Kirk just died. Now's my opportunity. See how scummy these people are, bro? They just wait for somebody to die so they can dance on their grave and take advantage of their death to propel themselves. They're all this way. Anybody who is mainstream media, to a degree, bites their tongue to be to where they are. They've done fucked up things to be where they are. Because if anybody in the world truthfully speaks their true, clear mind, you won't be allowed on the platforms. You won't. You just won't. Why is... this kid must have some pretty powerful parents. Because, like, you know this guy just piggybacks off of other kids' opinions. He's 19. He doesn't know his dick from his ass. He probably doesn't. Because I guarantee you he is a virgin. And I only am saying he is a virgin because He wants to replace Charlie Kirk, and so that tells me he's extremely religious, and if he's gonna jerk off to anything, it's gonna be a Bible, not another human. Yeah, I think if you're gonna be famous, you should be famous for being original. You shouldn't just be, oh, Charlie Kirk died, now it's my time. Like, fuck off. Fucking loser. He looks inbred. He looks like he was homeschooled. He looks like if you made a fucking threat to him, he'd curl up in a ball and call his security and come tell them to shoot you. I don't think this dweeb gets many death threats. I don't. And I say he probably doesn't get any death threats because in order to get assassinated, in order to have death threats, you have to speak stuff that matters. With all due respect, this guy's probably on a debate level somewhere similar to the average liberal. The only liberal with any debate skills and any debate balls is Destiny. Do I think Destiny's a stupid queer? Yes. Yes, I do. But at least he has the balls to show up and debate people. Besides Nick. He's scared of Nick. You want to talk about an industry plant? This kid didn't even get to grow up. He was just put in the political scene. He didn't even get to choose his own career, which is why he won't be a successful politician of any sort. The people who are the best in the world, they're not born into it. They grew into it. They were forged into it. That's why NBA players and NHL players and all of these professional players, that's why their kids never do as well as them. Because their kids are forced into it for a young age. And to be at the top, it can't be I'm a hockey player because my dad's a hockey player. I'm a politician because my dad's a politician. No. Nobody gives a fuck. You have to love and believe in it. The best aren't the best because their parents made them the best. The best are the best because they worked harder and smarter and faster and relentlessly way more than everybody else. That's why they're up there. Not because of who their parents are. It doesn't matter how hard you try and you can give a water bowl to a duck. Don't mean the duck's gonna drink it. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how many handouts you give somebody. If they ain't cut for the cloth, they ain't gonna be in the cloth drawer. You know what I'm saying? Look at these analogies I'm bringing up here. Holy shit. Who is gonna listen to a 19-year-old dweeb inbred? Who's gonna listen to him as he sits and tells you about world problems as he flies around on a private jet? He's not even assigned to anybody. People at the Daily Wire were quite pissed off. Or MAGA, whatever the fuck organization it was. He claimed that him and the Daily Wire had partnered to do this thing. And if you know anything about the Daily Wire, you know that the Daily Wire set up all of Charlie Kirk's shit. It was the organization. This kid said he partnered with the Daily Wire to do 10 shows at 10 different schools across America. And, well, he didn't. It was a lie. What he did was he called these schools. He asked if he could show up to do some little show. And they were like, okay. I mean, if you want to pay to rent one of our rooms out, then knock yourself out. And then he sold tickets on some fucking Google Doc where you put your email and you put your phone number and you put your first and last name and then they call you and collect payment. They email you and collect payments. I don't know. I'd never go because I'd rather fucking kill myself than listen to this fucking tool speak. And anybody who, there literally is a picture somewhere online on one of the websites, like a blog. And it appears that he's speaking at an old age home. Now, old people are probably the only people that are going to listen to him because, well, they're the only people, they're forced to. They can't leave the fucking old age home. Their kids don't come to see him. If they still even have kids that are alive. Nobody cares about this guy. And he's trying so hard to be this next Charlie Kirk. He's self-proclaimed gonna fill Charlie Kirk's boots. And his first action after Charlie Kirk's death is to piss everybody off. That's on his own side. This kid could get all the support in the world. He clearly has rich, influential parents. He clearly has access to important people. But he still can't figure it out. He still fucks it up. He has a golden ticket and he can't fucking use the golden ticket because he's too fucking stupid for his own good. This is what the problem is with being rich when when you're not mentally rich, you can't physically be rich because you're just stupid. You're just stupid. It don't matter how deep your pockets are. If you're not mentally ready for the money, it's useless. He has all the opportunity chance in the world, and he still can't do it because he's a fucking tool. I'm being real. Now, what I would like to know is, he talks like he's selling out stadiums. Like, he said, I've already sold out fucking 3 of the shows. I've already sold out 4 of the shows, you know. We're looking good for the other shows. Is he renting out a classroom? Because by the pictures online, it looks like he rents out classrooms. And renting out 30 people out of a school with 80,000 people, it isn't very impressive. It really isn't. Would you be impressed if I said, I rented out my first show, and the first show was a fucking bar show that had 15 tickets for sale? No. You'd be like, you're a fucking loser. Don't use language like that, idiot. So respect has to go both ways, and by respect, I mean humility. Erica Kirk appears on the Charlie Kirk Shother Memorial Service. I think that's disgusting. I truthfully feel like that whole thing was disgusting. About the second her husband dies, she all of a sudden gets a camera crew to follow her around and post all of this stuff for a profit. And she says, well, that's what Charlie would have wanted. No, it fucking isn't. Charlie wanted you to be a Christian woman, his wife. A Christian wife, a mother to his kids. Not the new fucking leader of Turning Point USA, which you don't really know much about. Sorry, sweetie, that was Charlie's business. She gets a camera crew to follow her when she goes to his dead body and says her final goodbyes. You know how fucked up that is? Everybody says, oh, it's what Charlie would have wanted. No, it's not. Charlie would have wanted to call out all of these people and speak against all of these people who are using his death for their own benefit. But they're just trying to catapult their careers and their bank accounts off of Charlie Kirk's death. And they're hiding in plain sight, acting like, oh, it's what he would have wanted. No. The only person who I truthfully respect that actually is honoring Charlie Kirk's legacy and career and life is Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder started it back up. He went to go and do the talks. He got all the bulletproofs. He got everything. He had conversations. He did what Charlie Kirk was doing. Now, Steven Crowder did create this whole public seating arrangement thing. And later in his career, he stopped doing the whole public desk school speaking thing because of the amount of death threats he was getting. He came out with a piece after Charlie Kirk's death saying he feels responsible in some way because he didn't inform anybody, that this is the reality of being a right-wing area political speaker. So kudos to him for saying that. It isn't his fault that the left and all of, really not even just the left, everybody's deluded and everybody's sick in the head and everybody thinks that, oh, if you don't agree with me, you should die. More people on the left think like that, clearly. Trump, Kirk, list goes on and on and on and on. Trump and Kirk are just two of the biggest names. Everybody has a problem. Everybody thinks, oh, they don't agree with me, therefore they're the devil, therefore we should kill them. It's like, you feel morally okay thinking like that? Who's in the wrong here? Who's in the wrong here? The person speaking their mind with their freedom? Or the person wishing death? To that, I don't mean to pin race here, but to that black kid who went the day after Charlie Kirk's death, he went on the statue at the school and danced and pretended to be Charlie Kirk getting shot and falling over dying. They banned him from the school, banned him from the earth, banned him from America, banned him from Canada, banned him from Mexico, ban him from every first world country and make his fucking ass move back to where his ancestors were 10,000 years ago. I don't know how old the human civilization is. I ain't that fucking stacked up on my information. But ban him to Iran, ban him to Iraq, ban him to fucking somewhere that he's gonna be forced to join in the military, forced to live a shit life, forced to get wiped out by the American military. Put him in the fucking slums of fucking Bangkok fucking, I don't know. He doesn't deserve to be on this earth.